Hi, everybody. It's Dr. Carolyn, and I'm coming to you with the second in our series about stress. I know for me, and maybe for you too, this time of year can be extremely stressful. Are you getting enough sleep? I'm not, I know. And I have a special interest in what I'm going to be talking about today because some years ago, I myself suffered from burnout from working too hard, too many long hours, too many nights on call. And I was also diagnosed with chronic fatigue syndrome that made it impossible for me to continue working as a medical doctor for 2 whole years. I was so tired, I could barely get out of bed to get my son to school and take care of all the little things and the big things we all have to do every day. And I just kept thinking, it's just stress. What's the problem? And it's true, it was partly stress related, but it was more, and I just didn't pay attention. I also recognized that stress had a big impact on my patients struggling with food addiction, binge eating, or emotional eating. And that's why, for example, I have one whole module dedicated to managing stress in my 12-week online non-diet program, the Anchor program, which you may have heard about. And you can learn more about this as we go along. So stress can affect you in so many different ways. If you've been under stress for a long period of time, you probably notice that your body has begun to feel run down. In the last video, I talked about some of the ways in which stress affects us in the acute phase versus the chronic phase. When you're under chronic stress, you can get fatigued during the day and yet have trouble sleeping at night. That's what we call wired and tired. So did you know, though, that under stress, you may tend to eat more sweet, high-fat foods and more high-calorie meals, especially if you tend to be a stress eater or an emotional eater. Also, stress can be associated with kind of food addiction-like behavior. So, binging on a certain food that you feel you have no control over. Stress is also a contributing factor to relapses from food addiction and binge eating and emotional eating. So what can you do? Well, I want to teach you another guided exercise at the end of this. But first, I want to just give you a checklist of physical signs and symptoms that you might be experiencing under stress so that you can know some of the symptoms of stress. Frequent headaches or jaw clenching. You may have neck or back aches, muscle spasms, maybe lightheadedness, dizziness. Do you have frequent blushing or sweating, cold, sweaty hands or feet? Sounds horrible, right? Some people even break out in hives when they're under stress. Or you may have frequent allergies and sinus infections, or be more likely to get colds, especially during this time of year. Colds and flu may be higher in people who are under stress. You could also suffer from heartburn, stomach aches, nausea or vomiting, constipation or diarrhea, irritable bowel symptoms, trouble sleeping, difficulty concentrating, memory problems, indecisiveness, and the list goes on. Believe me, it's a much longer list than this. However, it's important for you to identify what are the signs that you can identify as being signs that you're under stress. So if you checked a few of these, you may be experiencing high levels of stress, and we're going to talk about what to do about that next. So again, I'd like to teach you a stress coping mechanism so that we're not just talking about stress, but you can actually learn how to deal with stress. So this is called the 4-square breath. And this was taught to me by my mentor, Dr. Andrew Weil. And all you have to do is be in a place where you're comfortable, uncross your hands and legs. Hopefully you won't be interrupted. And close your eyes if you feel comfortable. If you don't feel comfortable, just pick a point in front of you where you can focus on. So the way the 4-square breath works is you're going to be breathing into the count of 4, holding your in breath for 4, breathing out to the count of 4, and holding your out breath for 4. Now, I know that sounds confusing, so let's do that together. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Now I want you to do 2 more of those. Again, breathing into the count of 4, holding your in-breath for 4, breathing out to the count of 4, holding your out-breath for 4. And I'll do those with you. One more. Breathing in, 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Breathing out. 2, 3, 4. Hold. 2, 3, 4. Now just take a deep cleansing breath in through your nose and out through your mouth. And open your eyes whenever you're ready. So that's the 4 square breath. It's a favorite of my patients who I work with in the Anchor program because it's so easy to learn. And it's something, again, that you can do anywhere, at work, in the car, wherever you are stressed. So the final video in the stress series is called The Stress Eating Cure: 3 Things You Can Do Right Now to Overcome Stress. And in that video, I'll be talking about how stress eating and burnout are related, how to end food cravings, and I'll be mentioning supplements or vitamins you can take to overcome stress eating. I want to ask you to please subscribe to my YouTube channel and turn on your notification icon to get notified immediately to upload a new video. It's been nice talking to you. I'll see you next time.